Tick, tock, goes the clock. Remember to save yourself. Martin Pavey here. Welcome back to the channel. Please do like and subscribe and share to spread this very important message. Plans are nothing without execution. Ideas and thoughts are nothing without execution. All the things that you want lie on the other side of execution. Are you noticing a pattern? So many people waste time, and I will tell you what, here is another fantastic way if you want to waste time. It's this: trying to control other people. One of the biggest tricks that you can actually use that most people don't use is understanding that other people are at different stages. They're living their own lives. They're doing what they need to do. Your job is to protect and nurture your ecosystem. And one of the best ways to actually do this is to establish what it is that you like and learn to like what you like. It's my new motto for life: like what you like. And I'll tell you, if that is my motto, then my new favorite term or principle is reverse engineering. Over the last few weeks, what I've noticed is that as I've put myself out there more, it's been incredibly stimulating, but it's been incredibly overwhelming at times. Now, over the last few years, off and on, I've had a bit of a drinking problem. I've really drunk a lot, and then at sometimes not drunk at all, and sort of peaks and troughs. The behavior itself, and listen to this, the behavior itself is never actually the problem. It is destructive, but the behavior is the symptom. And the truth is, you have to go back before the behavior and ask yourself this honest question: why do I feel the need to do this destructive thing that is destroying me? And then you have to honestly ask yourself, why are you wanting to prevent yourself from living your best possible life? In order to be the best version of yourself, in order to let that live, you have to let things die. And and people say, oh, let go of, get rid of your doubts, get rid of your worries, get rid of your anxiety. The likelihood is that those things are always going to be there. But what you can actually do is realize that you are stronger than your circumstances. I'm going to say that again. You, at any stage, can decide to be stronger than your circumstances. So I saw somebody tweet today that the obstacle is your journey. And I can kind of understand where he was coming from, but to overcome, it's to not let anything stop you from making the progress that you need to make in order to be that very, very best version of yourself. So if you reverse engineer both your positive and your destructive behaviors, well, the truth is, with me, I've always been looking of ways to avoid doing things, because there are things in doing that I will inevitably be sacrificing. I'll be letting go of wanting to be approved by people, of financial support, of being the peacemaker all the time, again, involving myself in other people's business. You have to learn to control your own business. And you're the boss, you're in the driving seat. This is the beautiful thing about being stronger, resilient, and more decisive. It means that you get to take charge of what your life looks like and accept that there will be people that will make very, very loud noises at you in disapproval. But what you'll actually learn over time is that that doesn't matter, because they're not talking about you. They're talking about themselves, and they're voicing their unfulfilled potential. That's what they're doing, which is why you have to save yourself. Because the more that you save yourself, if you want to be useful to people, if you want to build a business, if you want to spread a message, what you do by being more resilient is show people that it's possible. And even though you don't actually have to, you do not have to ask for permission, the byproduct is that you do give people permission. The more people stand up, the more other people can stand up as well. It's why we call things movements. And people don't necessarily want to be part of a specific movement, but certainly what people want and need is to understand that their lives are their own, which is why I've been today writing really long lists of things that I love doing. Even the stuff that, and this is your list, so you don't have to share it in public. This is the list of all of the things that would be outwardly acceptable to people, and all of the what people would call sordid and dirty, and all the sexual stuff, and all of the things that you like, that bring you alive, that make you feel joyful and fulfilled and satisfied. Write everything down without censorship. Write everything down freely. Write it all down and make an exhaustive list. And the thing is, you can keep adding to this list. And once you have all of those things, there will be stuff at the moment that you'll write down that you'll think that you'll like, and then you'll look at it and think, well, actually, yeah, I'm not that bothered about that. I can dispense with that. I can lose that. I can offload what's holding me back. And then you go out there and you spread that message. And it's really, really powerful. And the more that you understand yourself, the more that you do this reverse engineering process of why are you indulging in destructive behaviors, the more understanding you will have of other people. The more understanding you have, the more that you will actually be able to provide information that will help people help themselves. Life is inside out. It all starts with you. We are the universe expressing itself. And once you've mastered your own ecosystem, the empire that you're building, all the things that you love that bring you joy and leave you feeling satisfied at the end of the day, when you are actually living that, when you are the living embodiment of that, you will shine. People will not be able to ignore you. People will not be able to doubt your message. They will be able to trust you, because we can work really well together, but it has to come from a foundation of honesty, openness, and understanding. That's where, and there are going to be movements all over the place that you don't agree with. But the truth is, peace. This is what we all want. People do want peace. And you'll always have a handful of exceptions of people that don't. But I see loads of people sharing stuff that they have no influence over, they can't change, and they're all talking about it over and over and over and over again, and it doesn't help. To me, beauty and freedom, that's what we need to talk about. Talk about the things that people can do to support, support people locally, to give people stuff that they can actually do for themselves, encouragement, listening, 2 ears, 1 mouth. I record these videos, but the feedback that I get, and actually in the last few days I've had some comments from a new subscriber. You know who you are, and I am so grateful. Honestly, I am so grateful, and I haven't responded to all of them yet. I will be, but I've actually just been absorbing them because I've actually been so blown away and actually kind of overwhelmed in a really, really good way at the sincerity and thoughtfulness of your comments. So thank you very much. And I want to tell you that you have that capacity within yourself to be able to help yourself. So start with yourself. Like what you like and accept that, and then start, do life audits. Make fantastic lists of things that you love. Make lists of what inspires you. Make lists all the time of wins. Keep anchoring it in yourself. This is what I got from the therapy session that I had with Sarah the other day. Absolutely magical, really magical. Because everybody's constantly placing their success in the future. But if you can actually acknowledge all of the great stuff that you have already done, what that will tell you is that all of the terrible things that you tell yourself are rubbish, and you can prove that you've done stuff by writing it down. You can prove the exact opposite of how horrible you are to yourself. You can start being nice to yourself because you have done stuff, because you are here. And believe me, once you start to do that and you express gratitude for what seem like small things, you'll actually go back in your life and you'll start to realize that you've achieved some actually pretty incredible feats of bravery and skill and accomplishment. It's already there. It's already there, but we avoid it because we're told it's big-headed, but it isn't. And people will call it self-love, but it's essential that you start to acknowledge. It's absolutely essential that you start to be aware of who you really are and to concretize that, to actually define who you are as a person. Because we say, I don't really know what I like and I don't really know what I want to do. It's rubbish. You do, but have the bravery to say it. And if you can't necessarily think of things, think of the nice things that people have actually said to you, because they will have said them, and then start to think, oh yeah, actually, that's true. Because people always used to call me sunshine. Bright, vibrant, creative. It starts to come to you. But you have to be the one. You have to be the archaeologist. You have to excavate all of the different chambers and palaces, and you bring out the gold that is you. So thank you very much for listening. Please start believing in yourself. Please start liking what you like, acknowledging that, and then use that as the springboard for all of the wonderful things that you want to do and that you can do. Thank you very much. Please like and subscribe and share to spread this very important message, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Ciao for now.